real quick before we move forward to show about the age of rancor and reason. In a place called Acton, A-C-T-O-N, and I would actually ask you in your mind to put a parenthesis around the word, the letter C. You got a pencil, paper there? There's a place called Acton, California. I want to show you how the chairs are working. In Acton, California, an 11,000-acre fire. An 11,000-acre fire is burning down houses, trees, and crops. It was started by, get this, a hawk that flew into a high-tension wire. The flames on his wings ignited the dry tinder, and he fell down to earth, and voila! Heru has delivered a message from Acton, or Acton, or to Acton, California. By the way, it was a red hawk, the symbol of the western sun and the red disk. And the western sun is called Aten, Aten Re. The red disk sits atop the head of the hawk Heru. Burn, motherfucker, burn. The messages are going to come from the sky. Nature is going to turn. She's coming. Item. It's interesting to note that the number of acres that they reported burnt was 11,000. Emphasis, once again, on that number sigil, 11. Is it coincidence we've just been collectively fist-fucked by the 9/11 Commission? Excuse me with the little children here, but we adults. We just got the royal ramrod from the 9/11 Commission, who just handed a get-out-of-jail-free pass to the first resident of the United States. Is it coincidence that the USA Network just aired a sci-fi miniseries called The 4400? Isn't it deep that 44 is a multiple of 4 times 11? This pilot film was about a group of abductees who, after a period of years, were suddenly returned in a ball of light. They all had to readjust to life once again, as did the family and friends they left behind. But all of the soap opera tear-jerking bullshit was to actually mask the occult interplay of the number 11 that was constantly threaded throughout the movie. And how the homeland security of tomorrow was being sold to you on the down low. The producers of this nonsense wanted to hoodwink the audience into accepting a kindler, gentler fascist state, a benevolent homeland security. When the abductees first returned, they were housed in a compound, check. All of them wearing the same gray state shirt as the monoform, not the uniform, but the monoform of the day. But if you check it closer, wasn't nothing but a prison. Visitors had to talk to their people through a plastic glass case by phone. Familiar for those who ever went to visit loved ones? They were only released by court order. In the film, most especially the beginning, you see the number of abductees taken. The abductees were told, or who were taken from the place in the 50s. They were taken from 1950s all the way through 2001, if you've seen it. Now, for each individual, the dates that they were abducted were displayed in text across the screen. Lo and behold, each and every one of these people were taken on the 11th day of the month. Only one was taken out of sequence, and that last one was taken on the 22nd, 11 by 2. One dude tells his wife who returned, "You haven't been a part of my life for 11 years. And just keep ramming it down your throat. Why? Because 11 is a sacred number to the Illuminati. And guess what? The series debuted on July 11th. Item, word is that Russia and all of the satellite states that's still connected to her is about to go bankrupt, and the collapse is about to be felt in America. This will prompt a need for us to go to orange alert. You keep watching here. En route to martial law. Already we've heard about the suspension of the presidential selection process in case of a terrorist incident. Retired General Tommy Franks said to be ready for suspension of all rights in a military government. Thanks to Brother Jay, he gave me that book, Aficionado, you know, where white men vicariously wish they had black dicks, and they chew on a cigar. They just sit around chewing on cigars. We are all being conditioned to be under total military dictatorship through terror, martial law, and a land without a constitution. Get ready for Code Red. Every day, some talking head idiot anchorman with a mic and a teleprompter is amping up the social stress levels with bullshit false alarms to make us move and more and more beholding to the military authority. A totalitarian New World Order police state system that will be the only recourse offered to us by the parasitic elite. It's the same warmed over Hegelian dialectic of problem, reaction, solution, used to keep the 1,000-headed ass, the mass ass, the clueless cattle, the mindless sheeple, the gullible goyim, cowering in their respective corrals. The bombing of the train in Madrid was a primer, a dress rehearsal to the carnage that they're about to visit upon us. Madrid was a classic Mossad false flag operation, just like WTC-1 and WTC-2. They kill innocent victims, steal their identities, and perpetrate unspeakable crimes in their name. Brothers and sisters, there's some things going on down in New Zealand right now. And notice that New Zealand is the place where they shot what? Lord of the Rings. What does that read, people? Loud enough. The Israel Mossad agent Zev Bakin has been running Asian criminal gangs used to obtain Australian identity documents and other passports. And other passports stolen from Australians killed in Asia, a New Zealand security official said. I was contacted by a New Zealand official who has intelligence connections in Asia while I was shopping in Tuol Tampong Market in Phnom Penh, and provided documents to support this information on the condition that it remained anonymous, and I not publish the documents considering the risk to officials if the source of this leak was identified. This New Zealand official said Barkin was connected to an Israel terrorist cell operating out of Thailand. Now, we said to you that right before 9/11, Pakistan stopped a group of Islamic teachers, 7 or 9 of them, going through the airport. The Pakistani airport police saw that they looked suspicious. They grabbed them up thinking that they were hijackers and terrorists. When they got them corralled, because they looked like they were Muslim hijackers, when they looked at their passports, it was Israeli passports. They locked them down and contacted the Israeli government. The Israeli government went ballistic, said, release them now. Your news keeps talking some crap. And see, this is what was bullshit about 9/11. It's what's bullshit about Amy Goodman. It's what's bullshit about Michael Moore. All of them are distractions.